am Gennaro Rossi and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Video Game Journal. Since this is the first episode, let me give you a quick rundown of what an episode contains. I will give you an overall view of the title, my personal opinion about it, and whether or not to check it out. Growing up, I absolutely adored the Back to the Future films. When I discovered that there were Back to the Future games, I had to try them. However, what I found wasn't pretty. I was on a quest to find at least one good Back to the Future game. Now I give you this hidden gem, Super Back to the Future 2. You play Marty McFly on a quest to save his family from a bleak future. The game covers several key scenes from the movie and doesn't deviate too much from the original work. The game takes certain liberties with random enemies spread throughout the game, and some stages don't always reflect the film. If you've seen Back to the Future Part 2, you know what to expect here. In Super Back to the Future 2, unlike most platformers, you are not running and jumping. You control Marty McFly on the famous hoverboard. For how awesome that sounds, the control is a little janky. Marty is very slippery and a tiny bit unresponsive on his hoverboard. For example, when you jump with no momentum, you will not move very far forward or very high. With that said, while in midair, it is very hard to change the direction of where you want to move. So when you jump, you are committed, making precise platforming very difficult. Luckily, there are not many precise jumps needed throughout the game. In most platformers, collecting coins leads to an extra life, but here it works a little different. Coins collected allow you to buy an extra hit or certain power-ups by running into vending machines, so going out of your way to collect every coin is a great idea if you want to progress far. A problem here though is when you are low on coins and want health instead of a power-up, these vending machines can be difficult to avoid. This game can be quite difficult since you can't always see what's coming up ahead. This leads to running into enemies and not being prepared for what's coming up next. This makes you start jumping randomly since during the jump animation you are invincible. Boss battles are here though through the entire game, but are easy and won't give you any headaches. Super Back to the Future 2's gameplay may be middle of the road, but its presentation is where the game really picks up the slack. Graphics stand out and are vibrant with the Japanese super deformed style to them. All of your favorite characters are here as well: Doc, Biff, Marty, and even the DeLorean. Marty's sprite looks just like a 16-bit version of Michael J. Fox. Also, for a 16-bit game, the sprites have a lot of animation to them, making them look super smooth. For instance, the movement of Marty on the hoverboard is just like the film. Not only does Super Back to the Future 2 have awesome sprites, it is backed with great music. There is an amazing 16-bit rendition of the Back to the Future theme. There's also a remixed version of the theme as well as some good original tracks, but there are some songs that are extremely forgettable. In conclusion, Super Back to the Future 2 is a fun game with solid platforming and a great art style to boot. Super Back to the Future 2 is a great addition to anyone's game collection. That about does it for this episode of the Video Game Journal. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Gennaro and check out all my latest work at baggygames.com. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Also let me know what other games you'd like to see added to the Video Game Journal. This is Gennaro, signing off.